gotta keep in mind, 'cause we can love more and just have fun when we got our hearts and our young minds inspired.
Di ko na kaya! Bobby! Bobby! Nico! Nico! Nangyari ko na! Nico!
Teka lang! Bakit ka ba umiiyak? Naawa tuloy kami sa inyo!
Bakit tayo umiyak? Matatapos na kasi yung YMI eh!
Ayoko nga! Last na episode na ng YMI Season 1!
Season 1, sandali. Guys! Hindi natin kailangan umiyak. Kung may Season 1, may Season 2! May Season 2!
May Season 2!
Oo, maghahanap tayo ng mas maraming idol kabataan na nakaka-inspire sa atin. Idol kabataan!
At hindi lang yon, gagawa pa kami ng mas maraming music video at jam break!
Mas maraming music videos at jam break! At meron pa! Yakan, magluluto si Bobby, ikaw at ako! Mas maraming pagkain at mas maraming matitikman! Magluluto tayong tatlo sa yakang-yaka!
Oo!
Pero, anong gagawin natin ngayong araw na to?
Since this is our last episode, we will take this opportunity to have a recap of all the episodes that we've done, and also remember all of the people who participated in it, especially those who were part of Idol Kabataan. Pero hindi lang yun, guys. We will also recount all of the crazy and fun antics that we've been through.
Simulan na natin ang pagbabalik tanaw sa YMI Season 1. At dahil kasama namin kayo sa aming Season 1, kasama rin namin kayo sa aming mga pasasalamatan. Kaya huwag kayong mawawala, ah!
Music is second nature to each of the C Major 7 members. It has been part and parcel of their lives since they were kids. What started out as a hobby in jamming with other musicians with unabated gusto turned into a melodious connect between these teenagers. Even before the band came into being, Joseph, Bobby, and Nico had already spent their spare time composing songs. When Cindy Mabilog, the mother of Joseph and Bobby, learned about this, she urged them to have it recorded. Now the band was ready to rock. A new talent is being born. Cindy Mabilog decided to stand as the band manager and christened their name to C Major 7. She ensured the copywriting and recording of the band's original songs. Meanwhile, the band came up with 2 self-titled albums, Pandesal Pinoy Idol and C Major 7's Love Song Collection. C Major 7 had their initial foray in Santa Rosa, Laguna. This mini concert coincided with the introduction of their original songs to the public as well as the release of its 2 albums. When RJ100 got hold of C Major 7's albums, they invited them to guest at Mr. A's RJ Pinoy Rock radio show. In an acoustic setup, they played a few of their original songs. Before the show started, Mr. Ramon Jacinto, RJ himself, unexpectedly made a visit as they were sound checking. He heard the band and he sensed the uniqueness in their melody and the potential charisma that goes with it. RJ told C Major 7 that he wanted to guest them on his television show, RJ's Sunday Jam.
How did you start singing? Just family get-togethers?
Basically, music is our hobby, and we would get together and play music with each other. So yeah, we started this band.
Amazing, huh?
All of us.
And so
really
your parents are right behind you. They really encourage you and help you out.
Yep.
That's great.
They really support us.
Yeah, and we're guesting you today to show that to show families that they should now form.
After the band's first appearance on the show, Mr. RJ invited them to play at his Bistro RJ in Dusit Thani Hotel. This was the band's first official gig. Because they did make a good impression in their performance, C Major 7 was also invited to be the house band of Alaska's first season competition, the Alaska Family and Friends Music Trip. The band continued to promote itself through the making of their own first music video, Pandesal.
Pagising sa umaga, ikaw ang hanap-hanap, pandesal.
With people gaining more knowledge about C Major 7, the band was invited to play at Mario Rivera's birthday party. Their album was also submitted to the Catholic Mass Media Awards, where it has been selected as a finalist in the Best Secular Album category. On the big day, October 19, 2011, or the awards night, the CMMA recognized C Major 7 with a special citation for the Best Secular Album for reflecting the CMMA ideals through young talents. C Major 7 aspires to let their music reach the whole archipelago. They not only relish making their own brand of music, but they also have the same energy and interest to take it to the next level. And so YMI, or Young Minds Inspired, was born.
It's us again. I'm Bobby.
I'm Brad. And I'm Nico. And this is...
And this is...
This is YMI!
Or
Young Minds Inspired!
ang bagong tambayan ng kabataang Pinoy.
Young Minds Inspired is a TV show that revolves around the wholesome and value-filled lives of teenagers. It is an educational and entertaining show which has segments that feature inspiring and talented teens. Bobby, Brad, and Nico, college students who compose, sing, and play original Filipino music. As wholesome teenagers, they would also like to empower the youth by recognizing community service, youth achievers, and teaching their peers to do basic and traditional chores and activities that will serve not only their families, communities, but also contribute to society. Idol Kabataan. In times today, the youth has been doing their share in country building by spearheading projects and advocacies that aim to help and support the people in their environment community. Their community service and assistance has yielded them recognition within their respective neighborhoods, communities, and the nation.
We were able to coordinate that Clara's Coffee and Other Tales, which was the book, was to be published as a Braille version. And I'm very blessed to know that it's the second Filipino book to ever be published in that way.
Braille.
Next to Jose Rizal.
Being the core segment of the show YMI, Idol Kabataan mainly showcases the passion of young people to care for and help others.
Handle and lead an organization called the Cristiano Islam Peace Library, or short for CRIS Library. And basically, we want to use education as a tool to help underprivileged Filipinos find a way to get a job and to secure a bright future for themselves and to get themselves out of poverty.
Stories of how they develop themselves to help others is not only inspiring, but also places us in our proper perspective that indeed the youth is the future of the nation.
Thinking of yun nga, yung mga issues. Kasi parang nakakainis na paulit-ulit yung mga news. Na I'm pretty sure this coming, every school year, makikita mo yung mga news na, yun nga, parang sira na naman yung mga shares tables. But parang paulit-ulit.
Bobby, Brad, and Nico are Idol Kabataan themselves. They are diligent college students who, despite of their busiest educational life, can still take time in caring for the orphans, typhoon victims, Mother Nature, and actively participate in church service. Because Bobby, Brad, and Nico would like to search for young people who do similar advocacies and community service, they succeeded in finding inspiring young people like Ariza Nokum for Christian Muslim Unity and Educational Scholarship.
Short for Chris Library. We also have a scholarship program. We give scholarship grants to underprivileged students.
Kevin De La Cruz for Social Enterprise.
Basically, Ronda Palenque involves communities to be able to develop their respective industries.
Alexis and Erica Malyonga for Babies and Old Girls Orphanage.
A lot of the babies now, they're in good conditions and much better than where they were before. But some still have diseases, but they're being taken care of.
Sean Ramos as an active leader for Familia Youth in Action.
The youth camp, yung pinakauna naming Camp Eureka, nag-focus kami sa relationship namin kay Lord. And every day, every morning, lagi merong short prayer, tapos may worship. Then an activity, pwedeng amazing race or basta team building activity siya lagi. Basta every morning, every evening, laging magtatapos siya sa worship. Parang the whole day is a prayer.
Emil Guzman for Children with Cancer and as an author of children's books.
There are certain kids here in PGH that are losing their eyesight because of cancer. And they're having problems earning the artificial eyes because they're sort of pricey. What we did was that when the book was finished, all the proceeds of the book went to funding artificial eyes.
JJ Flores as an active church servant.
Parang mas nakapagpahinga ako. Kasi pag nagpahinga ka naman, hindi naman ibig sabihin mahihiga ka at matutulog ka. Kasi ang point ng pagpapahinga is para mas mapabuti yung nararamdaman mo.
Mas gumagaan
yung loob mo. Kaya pag nag-serve ako, parang papahinga na rin ako. Actually, yung iba, isang misa lang, alis na sila, yung ibang sakristan. Ako, pamula first mass hanggang third mass, nag-serve ako.
Giselle Sensoro for Public Schools Monitoring and Improvement.
I've been to a public school, primarily in UP, and then you see the situation. And this is something I don't want others to experience. So we started developing the idea. Initially, ang gusto lang namin is imapa yung mga schools and then what are basically the needs or kung ano yung mga concern ng school.
And Neslin Lopez as an active leader for Youth for Christ.
Can you tell us about Youth for Christ? Anong ginagawa niyo doon?
So, Youth for Christ, part siya ng Couples for Christ. Ayun. And then, ang mga ginagawa namin doon, we used to have many gatherings, conferences, and workshops about knowing about ourselves, our family, our friends, and also the community by applying God's Word in everything that we do and knowing more Christ.
This segment features these young individuals and their passions, achievements, or service amidst their studies and responsibilities.
Idol kabataan, sa iyong kamay ang kinabukasan. Idol kabataan, sa iyong kamay ang kinabukasan. Sa iyong sigla, kami nagkatatagpon pag-asa.
Bobby, Brad, and Nico also inspired the youth in promoting home membership through their Yakang Yaka segment. Helping out at home is not at all a difficult matter. Yakang Yaka presents different tips.
When you see rust building up on the joints of your wipers, spray them with anti-rust liquid. You can find one in the nearby department.